Today was another sunny day for me, going, but hearing the sound of the river on dancing cars. Right then there, that human being introduced to keep on standing and rising like a flower underground.
The mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
You're in charge now, Lieutenant. Yeah, yes I am. Dalton, yes sir? Back up the car, down the radio. Tell the coroner he's gonna make another trip out here.
We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space.
Hang on, I'm not sure if... Oh, shoot. Things are working. That is rare to the point of barely ever happening. That... Never mind, I spoke too soon. Because we were so close. We were so close. About every time... Wait, why is my desktop audio on? Oh, I used it for a thing. That's why I didn't. But like, every time I try to get it so that, or every time I set up something on this game particularly for some reason, there's always an issue of, oh yeah, it doesn't recognize this part, or something happens and it disconnects my microphone, my camera, stops like everything that was playing in the background. Wait, where did you guys come from? And please tell... Oh, you came from up there. Wait, no, you came from behind. Unfortunately, I started, and the moment I did, I realized I'm in danger. There are... Oh. Okay, I know where we are now. We're, like, right at the start of this, because that's the bonfire. I saw it briefly. Well, yeah, that little white thing way over there above my head is where we need to go. I have no idea how to get from point A to point B, or anything of the like. This will be a point of falling and dying multiple times. Red! Hey, Mecha, how's it going? Why didn't the sound alert on the screen pop up? Weird. We may never know. And there are some very annoying enemies in here. Like, that hit me somehow. That I have essentially slashed my attack in half. Oh, and poison spitting statues, because we love those. Oh, shoot, you're an exploder. Okay, punch you in the face, punch you in the face, fucking run, get the other boxing glove up. This is going to be painful. Also, welcome in, Mecha. I hope you're having a good night. I'm glad the bot actually worked, because when it breaks, I need to add like a little bit more diagnostic information, because it doesn't quite tell me. That's mid-eye doing a thing, just waiting for something, give an earlier joke. The freezing might be everything. And yeah, no, I kind of hate how I, like, for when I have time available to start, that so many people that I know start, like, a little bit beforehand, so it's like, I want to stop and watch, like, the whole stream, but I guess I have to lurk. Actually reminds me of something someone else said, that, like, in order to do really good and get quote-unquote big in VTubing spaces, like, the first thing you have to do is get mainstream appeal to normies and not other VTubers or anime fans. Because, like, anyone who ever wants to stream on Twitch will probably end up streaming and have to go midway through, which, to get like the size, number, and audience reach of larger accounts, that you have to have, like, some people who just watch Twitch and have no intention of streaming. God, why are there so many dudes? Because, yes. I feel like those massive dog enemies have probably dropped, like, and this is definitely my own paranoid delusions, but they've dropped, like, all this amazing stuff. Like, there's a rare weapon that I've missed, several human effigies or something amazingly useful, because they all fall down fall down the pit so easy. Over that tracks. Yeah, fine. I watch the visually at Dragon Age Vanguard gameplay, and wow, Dragon Age Marsh King's Curse. Yeah, I know it. I still find it weird that the aesthetics of the new Dragon Age. Also, welcome in VJ Zilink. I love that. Mostly poison. Oh yeah, yeah. The poison spitting statues and everything down here. It's so annoying. I hate it so much. If I didn't find the area boss... Oh, right, on the dog drops. That makes sense. I know, I was always one of those people that when I was, like, playing Mario and there was a bunch of bricks at the... like, brick blocks at the bottom of a level, I was, like, convinced the devs were trolling and filled each and every one of those with a one-up mushroom or something amazing. Oh, hey, they're just hanging on. Hey, Rosso, how are you doing? It's good seeing you. I hope that you're having a good night. We are suffering here. Gameplay and in-game looks hardly anything looks like the trailer does. I didn't even know I was poisoned. Good, just with Dragon? Oh, say hi to him for me. And I take it that you're waiting to jail me too. That he's already in jail. Yeah, I suppose that. I mean, that makes sense if the Dragon Age was or the new Dragon Age was going to be a MOBA that they had to scrap, or they scrapped and changed gears on last minute. That the trailer was probably something they had before the final art design of the game, and they were able to. But I am not power stance. That they were able to pivot away from and. Oh, aromatic ooze. That's... I actually would have rather had a poison throwing knives. I'm glad that it's useless. Speaking of, I really hope that I can... I know what would be more helpful here. Swap out the... Oh. No. No, that's pretty much. I've got the stuff that I really want. Ah! I forgot there was. He's beside me. Oh, nice. So anyway, just to go over what I hate about the gutter. It's dark. It's one of the worst areas on like an actual TV. Fortunately, on my PC, I can actually see it reasonably well. I feel like I should probably have like chunked the brightness down a little bit in order to show off like, hey, this is what we're dealing with and why a torch is mandatory. But also, I do enjoy not having to use the torch, so we'll climb. Dang, because hopefully it's not something that's too much. Oh, actually, I just realized that the full thought of that. Whoa! I hate those. Their attacks feel like they come out almost instantly. They're so annoying. But yeah, depending on how my internet's going, from what OBS is showing me, it's okay on frames and bitrate, but beforehand, like I was doing the speed test multiple times because I'm like, something ain't right here. It's my upload speed slash. So you doing fist build? Yeah, I'm doing I have a game on here that I was testing a funky build I heard of on it just to see like what it would do, and yeah, I'm running double Cestus, partially because whenever I play these games, I find that I almost always just end up turtling behind a shield, and as a result, not super good at dodging and like doing all the reading that would normally need for... Double. Ah, I got too greedy. I thought I could get him, but not fast enough. And also, it just seemed really fun. I like the idea of rolling up to physical gods and abstract concepts and just decking them in the face. Yeah, I got the... I'm playing this off my PS3 off the Scholar the First Sin edition, so it does have all the DLCs. I know that there's like a specific Dragon Knuckle or Dragon Bone Knuckle or something that is a little bit stronger than fully upgraded Cestus's. So we'll see if we get there, because I haven't gone to any of the areas yet, and I've never played them. God, I forget that these two are here every time. And I should really put like the oh, but this is just getting worse and worse. I always feels weirdly anxious about dark pits and Dark Souls. Oh yeah, for sure. I know there's a couple of things. There's some later in this area that have dark pits that things just pop out of, and the anxiety and the fact that it's very easy to fall off stuff, because they're always going to make you jump. I still have trauma from and I still have trauma from like Bed of Chaos in Dark Souls 1 of making blind barely makeable jumps over pits to get like the boss weak points. Oh right, that's what I have to do. I just have to circle them, and ha! Scholar version vanilla with DLCs. Yeah, I've always thought that's been like the perk of buying those Game of the Year or whatever, or special editions. Because like if you like the game or know you're going to like it and want to play all of it, you may as well get the version with the DLCs too. Oh! Oh yeah, that reminds me of the time I bought... Or not the time, like the fact that I bought Skyrim 3 times. Because first I bought it for cheap at like the base edition of the game. Like back when it was new on PlayStation 3. Then I bought it for a second time because I was looking at getting a DLC and found it was cheaper to buy literally the game again than the cheapest type of DLC. And then I bought it a third time because I'm like, okay, I want it on PS4 because I can get mods for it. And then I said, enough's enough, I am not buying this for a 5th time on PC just so I can get more mods or VR. Nope. Oh shoot, I'm actually alive. For how long? I don't know. I thought he was going to bomb. It's on PS3 too. Ooh. Never made like the real Scholar version. Oh yeah, because Scholar of the First Sin was also like the title they used when they remastered it on PS4, I think. And like that... Well, we're down here now. What a wonderful occurrence for none of us. So, just DLC. Yeah, because then, if I remember right, the PS4 version of Scholar had... It was like a remix version that they took some of the complaints and moved around, like, some of the more annoying or egregious hordes of enemies, tried to rebalance it, and I think in a few instances made a couple exploits not work. Did that with Fallout New Vegas and SnowRunner. Yeah. Oh! Dang. I thought I hit. Can't believe it took them until Elden Ring to make a jump button in here. Yeah, I've only bought in Fallout New Vegas twice. Mostly because I bought like 2 pieces of DLC one at a time, and at that point it wasn't cheaper to buy everything. And I think I got it on sale for like $5. Took the complaints, heard what everyone was saying, and made sure the game was much worse. Yeah, for starters, they made anything you try to look up about this game, it's so annoying, because it's like, oh, I have this specific version that trying to find out things for like the DLC areas. Like, all right, this doesn't apply to me. This says Scholar of the First Sin, but sometimes this wiki has that for like a general tag for the DLC and all the bundles, and sometimes for the PS4 version, it's not clear at all. And oh, that was incessantly rude. And it's just like, alright, this item, it says it should be here. Wait. Wrong, Scholar. And come on, come on. Oh, why does the poison kick so fast? Alright, that is partially my fault for not having the poison cure item in my hotbar, because like every other time I can just power through it. PS3, yeah, PS3 version's weird. I know why they named it that, because technically the DLC name is like thematically all the DLCs are about the quote unquote Scholar, but they didn't make any of the remake changes for the edition, and yeah. Ooh, this ain't going well. Alright. I wonder if part of the problem is that because of the armor I'm using. Ow! Oh, that one doesn't count. That one actively doesn't count. A little bit to the left. But yeah, this is going to be another area that is just incessantly, like, I'm probably going to run out the kill counts and stuff. Oh yeah, no, I was just saying that, and here we are. We don't have to deal with that first dog anymore. Hopefully we don't have to. Nope, still have to deal with you. Yeah, but come on. I will say, at least they had the foresight of for these areas with the whole kill an enemy 14 times and stops respawning, that it is nice that even if you die because of things of like too many enemies, or just you're making a mistake on one of these half of the time, that with enough perseverance, you will be able to get through it all the way. Yeah, this is enough space. It does help soften the blow that is some questionable placements. I still see what you... I remember the Ice DLC because I forgot to, like... Because my thought was, oh, it's DLC. It's almost always going to be something like late game, or come at this last, or here's a level recommendation. Because this is a Souls game, they don't give the level recommendation. So that one was the first one I went to at all, because it was just the easiest to get to, and I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty late game. Like, we're about to go assault the castle. We've done all the first bosses. Let's go do this. And the invisible snow tiger boss thing is so... What the... I forgot they have massively overpowered weapons. Oh, thanks for the lurk. Lurk, Mecha. Else, I don't know, maybe because you have to get to that. I think it's accessible. Because you have to go down the path to the castle. And I'm pretty sure it's just, like, off the side. But also, I don't mind just the, yeah, sure, take it down. Enjoy the lurk. Like, also, I find that I have a really... I'd call it bad habit just because of what I've seen from, like, other people and friends playing Dark Souls or Souls games. They have this kind of bad habit of... I get my weapon in the first couple seconds of the game, and I refuse to change for any reason, because when I'm reading the stats screen, I see that my almost fully upgraded plus whatever weapon is doing more damage than the plus 0 weapon that has not been upgraded, and I have the materials to get comparable. So, yeah, sure. That's yeah, we're doing largely quality build. Got adaptability up to 20, which is at a point where I played this game most of the way through twice now. I have one profile that's like to the castle, and one that's just past this boss as my test bed. So adaptability, I know that I can deal with that much. Strength and dex, I want those
Cassiopeia is first in the stream.
See the number in the top right corner? Yeah, the soul total. Thanks for the third redeem, Cass, and for the mitosis. Let me get that for you. And it's covered right now by by my VTube studio, but that sounded like a head slap. Thanks for that. Reaches. Weird, I didn't know that I know that there was like a specific number that if you get your soul memory up to like that much, you can skip all the bosses here and just open the door that needs the boss souls without it. I didn't know that applied to the Ice DLC. So which means it is either a case of I had that much just from playing. Oh, broke it for a sec. Yeah, the throwing system is weird in the sense that I'm not entirely sure what's up with it, but I think switching between models that have a little bit of a questionable, like a difference in size, it does that. Still, he's right behind that. Oh yeah, then and that's it. That normally I go through. I really expect that to be trapped. Ooh, Wicked Eye. Nice. I think what it is that I normally just go through all the bosses, because the primary thing I like about this game is just being able to character build and number go up. So I think it's a case of I've never really noticed that. Oh, hey, we're at the door. Welcome back, Mega. On account of just... Okay, if I die here, I'm going to be a little upset. There we go! I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said a thing. But from my memories of the Frozen Ilium Lois, I am fine taking a while to get there, because that is... It's not really... How to say this? It's not really in terms of enemy difficulty that I find it rough. I just find, like, placement and everything rough. Which is a shame, because, like, it's also really pretty. And, god damn these statues. Either the 4 old ones or get 1 million. Yeah, either... Because he's, as you said, is, like, right behind the door. So either way to get in works. And beat the tiger. Oh, yeah, no, the tiger I don't... I am being completely honest. Most of the time I'm up for a challenge. That tiger, I remember looking up boss strategies and finding like, yes, you need this specific ring that many people, like, you have to do these things. Doing this, many people consider harder than a boss or something. And like, that might just be something that I am not certain that I want to try again. We'll see when we get there. Might be fun. Ow. Beat Tiger and Ice Steel ceilings. Welcome in, Char, and thank you for the astute observation. Tiger's problem. Is that the one that's invisible? Because I remember there being one that was invisible that I hated. Yeah. Been to the spider plate. I'm assuming you're talking about Brightstone Cove Teledorsa, or however you pronounce it. Because like I said, I have... Oh, dang it, we're down the hole now. I have gotten pretty far in this game. I haven't beaten it, but I've gotten to, like, last area. I've beaten all the first bosses. No! If I didn't hit and roll, I would have gotten that. I've opened the door with the old souls. I've gotten to pretty much all the places except for the DLC areas because I didn't really care about those. Drangleic Castle, I explored it up to the back end because I remember there's a room with like multiple statues, 2 ruins sentinels, and you just get jumped by like waves of guys. And I ran, and like it got to a point where I'm like, okay, I am just going to wait out all their spawn timers and just focus on killing like the smallest of them, and eventually they'll just stop respawning. And then I ran out of patience on that. Did he just roll up and puke on me? Locked door that has big fire. Oh. I think I remember that. The other problem is that, like, I have pyromancy specifically for throwing fireball at people to get their attention. Beyond that, any investment into spell casting for this build is for a plan in the future when I have more disposable levels that I don't immediately need. That might be useful because I do want to get like one or dang it! I got distracted. I forgot that I don't want to be down here. Like immediate. Something about FromSoft. They love poison swamps and don't know how to code dogs properly. Well, it doesn't require investment for the flame, but I'm talking about the spell slots themselves. Because on my stat sheet, I have 5 attunement. And I have to get that up to 10 to be able to get any spell slots. I only have a spell slot right now because I have the Southern Ritual panned on, and that just flat out gives you one. No, I missed again! God, I hate that jump. Worst part is I keep on getting my souls, so I have an incentive to get down here. Oh, weird. I would have expected that to be like a 2 or more. Yeah, we'll see. The other thing is that I do want to at least try punching it to death once because I feel that would be cathartic. All right, this time for sure. What? Wait. That was... I think I know what happened. That somehow it got confused, did an upwards punch, which got Reddit... Like, somehow its hitbox disappeared or got wonky for a second, and I was able to just climb up through. That was amazing. Stupid stenches. Alright, you. Lots of gloves. And this time, I know... Wait. When did that dog... Oh. Ah, dang it. The dog I normally fight down there spawns up here and usually falls off. Fireball spell won't do everything. You just give you a better chance. Oh yeah, that is entirely the point of it being here. That I am mostly spec'd into physical attack. So the entire reason that I have Fireball on it all is because it's like arrows or throwing knives, but they respawn. It's not for damage, it's just for getting people away from packs. Because I started doing it, like, having pyromancy as a thing for, like, little utility spells, like flame, like, flash sweat, or immolation, or something like that. And also because I thought, like, visually throwing fireballs and having some... Ow. Oh, right, this weird thing. I'm just going to leave it alone because I don't think there's a reason to kill it. But I just thought it was cool, and I also liked the idea of, yeah, here's a magic that doesn't require you to spec heavily into, like, traditional wizard spells. It's like I like the vibe of a fantasy world of, if you know... Like, I feel it's a little bit like coding of, yes, if you know a lot of how this system works, you can do tons of really interesting and great stuff. But also, if you know enough about, like, just basic computing and how to do things without heavy investments in, like, actual programming, you can do a lot of practical things still. But, oh, here's, that's what it does. I remember, because I remember, here it is. I remember there's something of, like, it does a thing. And I will say, like, I have played this a couple times, and I do generally know what I'm doing, and don't need a ton of, like, I don't really need or want help, so please, like, I appreciate that you're enthused about this, but please try to keep backseating to a minimum. Yeah, I can never remember what specifically that did. I think last time I killed it just because I'm like, that's kind of gross and big. I bet it'll drop something. And then I looked it up afterwards and saw, it was just friend. Now I feel bad. All right, which one of these ladders do we think is way forward? If I remember right, there's also, like, not much of anything in like, any of the jars. It's, like, nothing major? Is this the way down? Wait, that was amazing. If you slide down, that counts as a melee attack. I think there's, like, a miracle around here, too. God. These things with their darkness-infused swords. I kind of hope they drop, like, they have a drop chance. That would, I mean, I wouldn't use it, but I like the idea. Wait, 20 life gems. That... Ah, right, here it is. There it is, dark fog. That's what I was thinking down here. Corrosive. Wait. Which one? Aha! Genius. Ah, that's what is down here. Oh, no. This is just the way forward. I'm I'm not sure which area specifically down here is worse. The gutter for being a long series of questionable jumps, drops, and platforming to get things of questionable. Nope. I should if I had more money, I'd probably go get the bigger fireball to get things of questionable reward. Or this area where you can't go 3 feet without getting splattered by poison because of these statues. And there's a whole bunch of questionable and kind of gross things a-lurking. I'd say gutter, because down here it lets you do something really fun with these pools. Let's see if I got the aim right. Yep. Set them on fire. You can set those dark leeches on fire while they're in the pools, and my God, this guy's got an arm, but it's not appreciated. Alright, it works a little bit better if you, can, you know, aim. If you can't, you're kind of wasting shots. Ow. Yeah, I remember that down here it takes a lot of... Ooh, Chodel. Great magic weapon. That's great. But there's like 2 ways of going about it. The first is... Ah! Yeah, but these things aren't really that tough to begin with. The first is usually the one that I like to go to, which is a bit of a disaster. Which is... just roll. Dodge the poison like it's some sort of like it's some sort of bullet hell. And like the other one, oh. It's freaking worms. You know, maybe I just hate everything down here because it's kind of gross. Ooh, scraps of life. And yeah, sure. Oh, right. I kind of feel like the first run or so down here is just, you kind of have to admit that you're not going to live. It's going to end horribly, but it's good for looting. And also some hot nonsense, like, remember the first boss of this game, Lost Giant? There's 2 down here for some ungodly reason. And they are not happy to see me. I really wish friendly fire was on for these guys. And their health bars are boss size. Full honesty, this is the longest I've survived against them. I think most oh, that ain't good. I think most strategies I've seen for them involves cheese. Ooh, Ring of Giants. What does that do? I don't think I've gotten... Oh, increase poise. Right, right. What's his face was selling it. Dark magic fire. I have an idea. I want to try a thing. Yeah, get that. two. Yeah, let's just let the poison work for us. Don't even feel bad. Like, there's two of them. I'll fight them. Good news. This reaction to Life is Strange was fun. I'm going to have to check that VOD. Holy shit. I've been sleeping on My god. Was I supposed to find out that status effects in Souls games are good, or like, was someone going to tell me that, or was I supposed to figure out this information on my own? I've never used like poison weapons, bleed, frostbite, or anything like that. I've just always kind of gone straight up, surprisingly honorable melee. But this is fantastic. Oh god, that is a type text that I can hear from them. DS2 only has poison toxic. Right. I think toxic's like pretty rare. Like you need dung pies or something on that. I just know in Elden Ring that they. Wait. Oh yeah, and bleed. Bleed's been in every game. Remember Elden Ring added a bunch more, and I was like trying to. Oh, there. Popped. Trying to remember which ones they were. Two bleeds kind of disappointing compared to Yeah, I remember Elden Ring bleed like that. When I got frustrated at the game, I'm like, fine, screw it. I'll switch to a bleed build. Everyone and their mother says bleed build is amazing, like actual mothers too. And then I tried a bit, and Forgotten Keys, Soul of a Giant, nice, and a ton of souls. Okay, now how do I get out of here? And I tried. Ooh. This seems dangerous as hell, but let's go. Like, tried it, I'm like, ah. Yeah, this is pretty great. Silvertown. Oh, right, that's a... that was close. It's an Elden Ring where you get a stat for it, and one of the stronger builds around. Yeah, I remember Frostbite, like, also was pretty good. Wait, what? What the heck? Ah! Well then, I found the rare application where Homeward Bone is actually useful, because, fuck that, I ain't doing that. Yeah, like, that's actually a big reason why I never touched status effect builds, because they didn't have stat scaling. And I remember I always went in thinking that, like, okay, it's probably something that's like good early on, or like early on, but also how many enemies are really going to be vulnerable to it. I don't want to invest a lot into a weapon and find that there's just one dude who no-sells it because, well, technically he doesn't have the biology to deal with this sort of thing. Like that's why I was really happy with Helldivers 2 with their orbital gas strike, that it explicitly calls out, yes, it's poison. It's also corrosive, so it works on everything. This too, poison and the occasional thing that can do toxic's pretty good. Oh yeah, from what I just saw from a handful of random knives that I picked up, being able to absolutely destroy two boss health enemies that I didn't want to deal with. Oh, one. Yeah, let's just... Start putting some into a tune. It'd be nice to free up the ring slot. God, that's everything. Wait. Oh, build up scales of decks. That's good to know. All right, back to the gulch. Yeah, Rivers of Blood and Frost Katana, Elden Ring. So, Yeah, you'd almost have to. Oh, hey, Ace, welcome in. Hope that the phone's well charging. Nice seeing you in. We're just discovering the wonders of status effects in Souls games. I just cheesed a like unlisted boss with a couple with a handful of poison throwing knives. Which, we'll keep those for fun. Did I miss something in chat? Oh yeah, yeah. I figure that you're probably going to have to use like like if you do a status effect build, you probably have to build for like poison and bleed, or honestly, most of the time when I'm looking for build stuff, I search things up because the alternative is a whole lot of trial and error that I just do not care about. Heh. A bit further. Too far. God. Okay, we're aiming for that one next. Dual wielding fraud. Oh, dual wielding. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Of getting both good physical. God dang it. I know I should get like. I should have gotten like the telescope or whatever and used, because I remember there's an old trick of you use that to aim and then well, you use that to aim and then you throw it. I think it's BS and PvP and compensating for actual skill. Yeah, that is true. If you have a quick, because partially by nature, like the appeal, at least for me, for that sort of build in this game is, dang it, is that against like things I'm like, that is a whole lot of health. Titanite chunk, let's go. Like, that thing has way too much health, and I don't know how to really deal with it. It's a good way to get that off, or like get some distance and space for you to figure out the boss fight, or like just straight up recover. But against other players, by necessity in PvP, it's two glass cannons going at it to see which one breaks first. So having something that like, because like look, I'm poisoned right now and see how fast my health is going down. It's a little bit of, you can't really say that you won the matchup through sheer skill. Yeah, but at least from my experience, where I swapped to blood for a bit or bleeding for a bit in Elden Ring, because I'm just like, I am frustrated and a little bit fed up with the game as is. It is wonderfully cathartic. I thought that was going to be trapped. I did not keep track of my health. I think it could be fun just to like, because it's like a math problem. How fast can I stack this? And like, PvP is just Uchigatana. Isn't that one like has a natural? If I remember right, that one has like a natural bleed chance, or it works well with, because that was one that I remember when researching the bleed build, that was like, you use this and do stuff to it. Yeah. Right there. I swear, the Elden Ring feature I miss the most is the one where it's, if you hold down the button cycle, then it just returns back to the front. Nope. Oh. Weird. The way that me and Kaiser immediately eye roll people spamming bleed, frostbite, frenzy, rock combos. Yeah, that's a little. I remember seeing some, like, your stream. on your streams that there was a lot of people who were very, very into the meta. I think it would be hilarious, and unfortunately, the moment... Ah, dang it, poison. I'm just gonna let this ride. Like, the moment you start talking... Junk, worth it. I might be able to upgrade my weapons again. Like, the moment you start talking about, PvP stuff, it just kind of devolves into, both into, like, a massive argument. But I think it would be really funny if when you invaded someone, your status effects were, like, anything that could induce status effects were, like, absolutely slashed. Like, you were dealing an eighth of the buildup, and it did a quarter of the damage. Wait, Brad, you're doing great. We never got this far in Darks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like about half of it for the Dark Souls game, and what dang it, poison again. Like, what I really like about them from a thematic context is they have this ongoing idea of that anyone who goes hollow did so not because they were, or not because, like, that's just a natural thing and eventually everyone will. It's because they eventually gave up and decided not to go, like, lost sight of their goal or gave into hopelessness. And if you keep on going at it and keep on, like, if you're able to keep trying, figuring things out, learning and improving, that eventually the people who make it to the end of, like, absolutely everything aren't like grand heroes or people with a quest or destiny. They're just people who looked at the state of everything and said, you know what? What if I didn't give up? What if I just stood here, reincarnated time and time again, just specifically to fuck with you? Like, the reason Patches is in every single Dark Souls game is because he just really likes kicking people off of ledges and stealing their shit. Well, I don't know if you've seen the fist weapon before. That's also one shows up in PvP. I don't think I have. I'm a little bit shaky on stuff in the DLC, and like as I said, I usually start with like the Zweihander or the basic straight sword has carried me through Dark Souls 1. I usually start really simple and don't go for like the boss killing weapons. Hey, Brad, I've seen Cartoon Dance, bit of the... Yes, I have. I've seen that and retweeted it a couple times, and I am so excited for the Indiana Jones. Because, like, the Indiana Jones Great Circle, all you need to know about it is... Oh. Well, there's an ad break. So I'll be back in a bit.
With all the lies and all the change, it's hard to keep up. But if you fail and if you fall, you know to pick you up. I love you, baby, but I'll never change. Loving isn't easy, baby. Love is for keepers, and I will hold on to you. Will hold on to you. Hold on. We'll hold on to you. We'll hold on to you.
issue in December? Yeah. All right.
You can't did what, Mrs. Harris? Really? All right, okay.
Listen, Mark, some crazy stunt man is going to try taking off in an airplane from the top of an automobile this afternoon out in the valley. Sounds like a story.
Hold it, Jack. Take off from an automobile on a dirt road. Can he make it?
Well,
Be a good picture either way.
Yeah, sorry about the, sorry about whatever's going on in the background of all this, that not quite sure what's causing it, but hopefully it's evening out. I might farm a bit down in this area for like 3 more Titanite chunks. That would be nice to have stupid strong weapons. Let's see. Slightly weaker. Bone Fist is a bit weaker with Cessus, but more useful. Interesting. I'm just hoping that it'd be able to get 2 or at least power stance them, because that'd be nice to keep the double weapon going. Yeah, let's just keep doing that. Weird thing on man froze for a sec, but speed a bit for weird. Although I would not put it past Twitch to just absolutely throttle outload or server load speeds and then speed them back up when it's time for the ad. That seems very Amazon coded. So that happened again. Okay, that's my conspiracy theory going forward, that it is literally just they want to speed it up for their ads so they could make money. God, that's weird. Wasn't able to make that. Oh yeah. Oh no! He dropped something. I completely forgot that I'm just saying, screw it. We are running this. I am getting poisoned, and I do not care. Moveset when power stance is short range. Ooh, shockwave and a Hadouken. Okay, that's pretty cool. God, Mega, for once, you fully suggest. Oh, wait. Does that mean that you got a crowd control working? Because that, I have been meaning to look into crowd control for a while, and I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why I keep on forgetting to check it out. It's because ADHD. Ooh, can't lock on. I was hoping I could lock onto this dude and set the nearest pool on fire. But that sounds like a ton of fun to have crowd control going full blast for that. CC was really funny. Potatoes. Spawn Tato. Spawn watermelon. Here, have one airdropped. Dog meat's a men. Good, as he should be. Dog meat has been put through so much in every game. He deserves to be a bit of an absolute certified menace. That reminds me of a dumb and highly tangential scene from a random ass movie. It's called. If anyone's familiar with Buckaroo Banzai Across the Seventh Dimension, the story of that movie is that they were, at the time, they were making fun of like Buck Rogers or other serialized comic book stories by making this movie that had the vibe of there was a whole anthology in world with tons of lore and reference, and everything makes perfect sense in the context of the story. But it's all lost. We just have this one single. I should probably put on the stuff that increases item drop rates. That would be smart. we just have this one single movie, and without the full context of the rest of the series, none of this makes sense. And like a better way to describe it, I think, is that it's like if every Marvel movie except like Civil War or the one after it disappeared from circulation. I think I have something else that increases. Yep. And there's just a scene in the middle of it when they're sneaking through a lab, like in the middle of the fight, and they see a watermelon and a hydraulic press. What's that for? I'll tell you about it later. The whole reason the watermelon was there is because one of the directing staff did not realize that they were making fun of comic books at the time, and was trying to take the movie completely seriously. And they kept on putting in stupid jokes that he hated, and were trying to make it a comedy like they wanted initially. And they knew that if they could get that watermelon and that joke in this scene, and nobody would raise a fuss or force them to remove it, that they had won and broken the director's spirit. And they did. That is by far my favorite movie fact. Come on. Close. Ah, shard. I think there's not one here. I'm just going to take another pass at it and then go for the boss. Because just the fact that things are dropping chunks in here, and that's why I need for upgrade materials, gets me really excited. Let's keep skipping ahead, but I get... It's way more chaotic than you think. Oh shit, Doug levels of madness. I am amazed you survived and that your computer didn't just give up, crash, and die. Because that seems like something that would kill the CPU. Barely. I love the fact that these things deal just enough damage to stagger. God, gross lamprey looking. Because I remember I've seen like people. God damn. Whoa! It's almost did. Perfect. That means people were using it engaged and you were doing something right. So I've been considering doing like smart... damn. 3 times? God. What the worst thing is that series-wide average, every single Fallout game, 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, and 4... That is a really low amount of times for a Fallout game to crash. It usually dies. They usually die like super quick. I think that's still around the average. Should put the Ring of Binding back on so I have health, or like Pop of Humanity. Yep, because there we go again. It was brought to you by Blamco Mac and Cheese. Blamco, the sound your computer makes trying to do half of this shit. Alright, I'm just going to... Nope, one more run through. I am completely inadvisably on board with this, but I'm just gonna pop one anyway. Because I find like the better thing, or like the better strategy for this game is don't use any effigies while you're exploring or getting to the boss, but once you can consistently get to the boss... I was doing so well at dodging too. But once you can consistently get to the boss fog or get the closest bonfire, then that's a good time to go. Like 20-30 seconds normal stream, audio cuts, fast forward several times, repeats. Weird. Is anyone else getting that, or is it just the Europeans? Because I wonder if that's a problem with the server. I don't know, I might try my best to explain stuff. Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. I do appreciate it, because, like, if it consistently is unwatchable for a couple of people in here, or, because I know that you and Pizza both said that you're having issues. Like, if there's issues with it that are consistently happening, then I'll cut the streams short, just so that it's not, just so that I'm not wasting a bunch of time with issues in the VOD. You just think that you should avoid using FGs and tell the boss, well, last time I played, I got more FGs than I knew what to do with, so yeah, I probably have a decent amount of wiggle room, but the other thing... Oh! Ow! Like, the other thing is that I usually use the Ring of Binding, so, like, I have, at 75 health, I feel pretty confident in my ability to not get smacked. It's just that when you get down to 50, like, no matter how much health you have, that's like the point where it goes from, I can take 3 hits, nope, I can only take 2. And I'm going to upgrade one here. It's my streamer rates, huh? My stream has been fine so far. Maybe, just a Euro thing. God, that sucks. Yeah, well, you deserve rights. You deserve clear, crisp playback. That's so frustrating. Because I like to think that Europeans with horribly messed up sleep schedules is a very core part of my audience. No, VJ, I totally agree. The Ring of Binding, this game, I feel like compared to the average person who's played this, I have a lot more... Oh, God, that's a lot. I might grind later just for that sort of thing. I feel like I have a higher than average opinion on this game compared to, like, the regular person you'd see on online talk about it. Do I have any of these? Yeah, that one's doubled up. But if they did not have the Ring of Binding, I would not have a good opinion of this game at all. It would have been, it would be impossible without that ring. Audio makes Icky ugh. You get chunks of... Oh. Yeah, I know there's a couple of doors probably coming up or around that, and we'll see what drops. I just remember that I was one of the types of people in Dark Souls 1 that knew, like, alright, there is a humanity farming spot here. I'm going to get up to 40 or some stupid amount. There's a good spot for Titanite here. I had all these checkpoints for when I could upgrade my shit. And I don't know, I just like Number Go Burr. Or my other NA base. Yeah, that's weird. In the oh, right, I forgot that was the name of the place. Yeah, I think part of it is that my internet's okay, not great. If we get to the next ad break, I'll do like a speed test. Also, I freaking love this boss. I absolutely love like concepts like meat moss and deranged agglomerations of flesh, and this just being the compressed, squished together caged bodies of hollows that fuse together. Just love it so much. I also love that he has like one guy that's out from the waist up on his left, the shoulder on the right side of the screen. Terrain. That like mirrors everything he does. I'm sorry, what? I don't even know what I walked into. I'm thinking the flame pits do like a ton of damage. Alright. Let's go again. Let's go again. Fire hot. Write that down. This is very important boss information to know. Or I've heard the theory the guy on the shoulder might actually be Pharaoh's. That I can kind of see that. Like, this does have... Shoot, we did have to pass through, like, the Grave of Saints, which had, like, a bunch of, Pharaoh's Lockstones and references. I think even, like, him as an invader. Ow! Just trying to guess what happened between each jump. Well, as long as you're having fun. Yeah, I think I walked in that fire pit there. You know, a lot of these are... he's not burning. Consult me. Okay, you know I don't have that capability. Oh, I thought that was a grab. Heal, heal, heal. Ah, right. The primary thing to remember with every single Souls boss. Never mind. King Crimson Bread's game. Dodge, like, circle them to the left, and it usually, or into their weapon hand. How does bread fucking work? No idea. It's a mystery to everyone. Don't think about it too hard. Glad you're having fun. Ah, burning! Was it? The funny thing is that I think there was a jump between there because I said, he's not burning. God, this is hilarious. Oh, sweet, and we're also at the golden point of there's nothing in my bloodstain. Wasn't it like a zero punctuation thing where the description of blood or like Dark Souls combat was plant your face firmly in the enemy's ass and whittle away at its colossal health bar. Oi, get back here. Oh, there's the grab. Because, like, this thing doesn't have a defined set of buttocks, but the feeling's there, and holy! Right. Oh yeah, that's definitely what killed me. Fire hot. Playing the Surgeon, going back to Dark Souls, and miss having a thing that tells me how much was on my bloodstain. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm usually able to remember, like, vaguely that I had this much, or, like, a lot, or not. God damn, that is range. There's a lot, but I can see it being nice. I remember playing the Surge. Yeah, the Surge was my first Souls game. Like, I remember playing it and getting it and not realizing that it was like a Souls-like. Yes! Ah, got one of these burping. Sure, ICP saying, Magnus, how the fuck do they work? Magnus crops out and bread up. The really funny thing is, practically speaking, like a lot of the lore that I have planned for every supporting character that isn't bread, that's pretty much what they're thinking. How the fuck does this thing work? Wow, I can't believe that like jumping in and out of the fire quick worked. But yeah, that was a Rotten, one of my favorite bosses down here. Oh, hey. Just the stuff. Just for the design alone. Yes, the traditional sublime bone dust. Because they decided last time that the Firekeeper seeds were too much. Because souls have... I've considered, but haven't looked too much into it, because it's one of those games that, when games come out, it's either, yes, I'm excited for this, not too much, or miss the announcement, I'll end up getting it later down the line, or I would love to get it, I don't have the money now, and I'm going to forget about it. And that one was a case of, ooh, that looks really interesting, I love the idea and concept. Came out of a time where I never was able to get it. And like, maybe, but also with Elden Ring, just there's a certain things about that I wasn't too I didn't enjoy too much, so I might. So I was like, I'm kind of burned out on newer Souls games. We'll circle around later. But it did look interesting. I saw a couple people play it, and it had some good parts of it. Ooh, hey, Dragon Charm. Beat the Surgery and played it. I didn't. I feel like there's a point where I got too frustrated because I was really new to. I love this DLC area with like the towers there, Shulva Sanctum City, and and coming up there's like just a full ass dragon right there. I think zombie one too. But yeah, I think I got past the like spider bot thing, like the factory floor boss, and then the next area with all the. I remember there being a whole lot of like poison gas in one area, and I never got past. Right, it was a fight with the security chief that I never got past. It's one of the best FromSoft Souls-like games so far. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that, and I think playing it, if I ever play it again, with the mindset that this is a Souls-like game and it's sci-fi themed, but plays all of it to the hilt and really requires you to get good at dodging. Because like one problem is that I played it a bunch, got distracted, came back to it at a point where I had forgotten like all the muscle memory and didn't have it built up residual memory from playing other games, and like I was just not able to get back into combat. I could deal with all the other low-level enemies because I think I was a little over-leveled, but when it came to the boss that required really fine control, dodging, and all that, I just did not have the dexterity. Oh, Liza P. Yeah. I can see that. I've seen. It's one of those games that like. There's like three genres of games you catch on Twitch. They are streaming the middle of it. I have no idea how this game ends, which is good. I have no idea how it starts, which is funny. They're streaming the start of this, and I've never seen anything beyond the first act. Or, wait, you're ending up the stream series? This is the finale? Wild.
It is the only choice left to you.
Alright, got 3 levels. Yeah, shoot, let's get a tune in the area that I might get a slot out of it. Yeah, Security Chief's like most unfair boss ever conceived when you don't know all the unmentioned mechanics and stuff. Yeah, I remember getting him down to like 2nd phase, but also did not know the mechanics, so because it had been so long between playing that I just didn't know anything. And I can see that, because that one, it just felt like there wasn't any mechanics, there wasn't anything more to learn. It was just, I needed more dexterity and a little bit of knowledge about how the fights go. And that was it. It was literally just a skill issue. Is there? Nope, nothing back there. But yeah, I wonder if I even have the game around. Surge, yeah, the Surge is predominantly melee combat, which is kind of, it is full honesty, kind of what threw me when I was playing it the first time, because I got it thinking it was a action sci-fi game. Like, okay, predominantly melee combat, but we'll see how that goes. And then I'm like, oh, this is very demanding melee combat. I don't know, it's still good, and I think it did a lot more to get me interested in playing this sort of game at all. I still think that one of the better places to start with this series is actually Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls, in that those games give you a shield, which is so nice. So nice to have. Oh, sir, dare be that one in the sequel. Oh yeah, they made a sequel. Completely forgot about that. Ooh, yes, go eat. Definitely go get some food. Okay, where? Oh, right! Wait, is that the way forward? Or is it? There's a little bit of weirdness with this game being like pseudo open world, or like you have all these areas that you have to explore and figure out where to go next. I don't know. I'll always say that this is a 3D Metroidvania, partially because it took a lot of inspiration from Metroidvanias. But oh wait, I remember. I'm pretty sure it's not this way, but there's like a bonfire this way, so it may as well be this way. Freezing raises here, go eat. Perfect as a sign. What a Souls like with ranged firearm about where you die in 1 or 2 shots. Oh yeah, for sure. That I know it's mostly online, but like a game like that, the description feels a lot like Hell Let Loose, where it's like multiplayer online 50v50 battles, but the only things that you can get shot once or twice with and survive is either a poorly aimed standard issue rifle shot, or like getting winged by an SMG or the like. Holy, where did you all come from? But most of every other shot, you're going to die if you get hit. Or it's less of like, technically a 2-shot in that game is I got downed, but a medic can revive me. There isn't a medic nearby, so I'm just going to give up and respawn. And I definitely agree that sort of hardcore it would have to be a very tactical sort of shooter. But it could 100% be done well. Hey, I'm having skip putting stream on audio only. Oh, weird. So audio only works. I wonder if like chunking it down to 160. Was it Sniper? Maybe, I haven't seen it. Beat the first Surge, but still haven't done the sequel. Doing a drone build the first game before I start the second. That is probably the closest that you can get to a ranged build in that game. I remember the drone was fun. Like, it was definitely a fun little companion thing. Right. Where was I going? Alright, Force of Fallen Giants. Cardinal Tower. There's like a path off that's blocked by a couple frozen corpses. Yeah, no, Mecca, I think that, like, the best examples of a game like that right now that exist are things along the lines of hardcore sims. Or hardcore sim games. Because I know that there's mods for the Stalker series of games that add things like that. Like Stalker Misery, which is a mod of the third game. I can never remember if Clear Sky or no, Clear Sky was the second one. That one I know for sure. Can never remember if oh you almost pushed me off. So close. Can never remember if Clear Skies or Shadow or Chernobyl was the quote-unquote first. Oh. Do symbol with king. Right, that ain't the way. I feel like it's... trying to remember where the side path is, because I think that's the way to Brightstone Cove. Aha! But yeah, Stalker Misery was a mod on the third game that was designed to be brutal, unforgiving. Hang on. I'm going to swap this over for the Souls Ring. And just all in all, as the name implied, absolute misery to play. I had it installed briefly, but it was just a lot of, why do I want to do this to myself? And there's Stalker Anomaly, which it's... the best way I've heard it described is it's a great mod. It should not be anyone's first introduction to the Stalker series, as it's designed to be both a spiritual successor to the Misery mod, and also in the same vein as all that, but also, ooh, hey, torch. It's designed to be somewhat aimless, like it's meant for people who like the vibe of being a artifact collector or a wanderer in the zone, instead of the much more story-driven and, to a degree, linear... oh, that was close. Linear games that the entire rest of the series is. However, the problem, and why people have to say, don't let this game be your first experience in the series, is because it's a game that has the entire first, second, and third game's maps stitched into one absolutely massive package for free. Like, you can just go on ModDB, search up Stalker Anomaly, and find this whole thing. But it's also very punishing. Like, I remember, like, it has your gear degrade over time, and you have to find or buy, or either pay mechanics to fix it, find or buy, like, sewing kits, weapon cleaning kits, or, like, what I realized later on, like, wait, things that a lot of people who are new to the game call useless, like bottles of super glue or gun oil, are designed to mimic constant maintenance. They only restore 2 or 3% of weapon durability because you're supposed to use them at 97%, not 50% weapon durability. And it's stuff like that. Stalker, anything like Metro? Actually, yes. The devs of the Stalker games they spun off, a lot of them spun off into the Metro studios. And like there's a lot of mutual respects, because they're both Stalker and Metro are based off of books. Stalker is based very loosely, but enough that if you've read Roadside Picnic, you can see, oh, this thing is oozing with references. This thing is oozing with so much references and everything to Roadside Picnic. This could have been a licensed game. Like, even the fact that it's called Stalker that's what people who went into the zone with, like, the zone, the idea of there being a wish granter in the middle, random anomalies, even some of the artifacts. Hell yeah, got your shreddies. Enjoy them. Like, even some artifacts, like, I think Lobster Eyes and Screamer's Bangles, and I think Spacels, or I might just be thinking that because I really love the idea of Spacels from the books. Like, a lot of the artifacts you can find in there and anomalies are references to the book. And then Metro, it's obviously based off of Metro 2033 and 2023, I think. Like, you can see Metro books inside the Metro game. It's really weird, and you should probably pack them along for your journey, but yeah. But despite that, they have references to both roadside picnics and throwaway lines. Like in the library, someone sees one and says, "Hey, roadside picnic, something familiar." And also, there is a faction. Anyone who goes up to the surface in Metro to scavenge artifacts and equipment are called stalkers, out of exact reference from the books and from what the teams have both worked on. That was really cool. Need to give it a try sometimes. Not judge, but never played Stalker. That is more than fair. I've played it a ton. I haven't beaten it because even the base game's easier than Stalker Anomaly, but it is no less forgiving. Okay, I thought that there was like a... Shoot, is this just pure loot? I thought that there was like a side path that I had to fragrant. I had to use like a fragrant branch of yore to move an MFer out of the way. For about Stalker, if the new one's is rough, it'll be honestly hard to be mad because the situation is beyond oh yeah, Stalker 2, the 4th game in the series, don't think about that too hard. It was supposed to come out, I think 2022. It was supposed to come out already. But then COVID happened, the Russian invasion of Ukraine happened, and there was a lot of reasons of like, hey, we can't make this game anymore because shit's going down. And from what I've heard, everyone is like, understandable. Do what you need to, and I'm pretty sure I remember hearing of like a news story or something that everyone who had a bunch of people who pre-ordered the game, even though they were offering refunds, did not take the refunds, and also contributed like money for relief funds or started up a fundraiser. Like, it was just nothing but support. And which is why I'm so excited for it coming out. 2023 was great though. Go to pick for what? Yes, 2023, Last Light, and Exodus. I still have to beat Exodus. My only problem with the games is something they do very much intentionally, which is the whole trying to make it through the game non-lethally or stealthy. I remember last time I played, there's a couple of times so I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to play this for enjoyment. I am just going to go through guns blazing. Or I'm not going... Oh, there's the Ring of Restoration. I completely forgot it early in the game. Like, I'm going to just play this as it will, and I'm not going to care about getting the best ending because minor not really spoiler, I don't think, but the canon endings in the series goes bad ending, good ending, either or. So yeah, a similar reaction in the smaller case with Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC having 2 episodes cut between VA for the character Alex Casey. So, yeah, Alex Casey died and is a pro tag of one of them. Like, yeah, no one... They're definitely not their fault for something like that, and hopefully they're able to get a good... Like, a good runner-up. Okay, I'm just going to look this up because I have no fucking clue where the next place is. Dark Souls 2... Stone... Ho... Large area, blah, blah, blah. Just Door of Paris. Anyway. Authority boss. access. Shaded Woods. Right. Oh my god. You know how I had... You know where I'm like, I think it's here. The next area is in Shaded Woods. I was going the right idea and thought, wait, what if we go in the completely wrong direction? Turns out not much happens. Oh, I'm not familiar with the Fallout 2077 mod. Freezing, refresh, reload, repeat. Damn. Yeah, I might call it a bit early if people are, I might go up to the next ad break and go a bit beyond that if people are still having issues, because, I don't know, I feel that if anyone's having connectivity issues, that I want everyone to be able to come in and enjoy the stream, so I might just try to duck out a bit early, especially because I thought someone else that I just found where was playing this game like perfect, I can raid into them, and I think they were playing it yesterday, and I misread the tweet, so not even losing on that. You know, I'm not familiar with the Metro mod, although that sounds like sounds pretty good for what it could be for mixing those genres. And yeah, no, the whole idea of bullets being currency and killing. First of all, it's genius. It's genius in terms of gameplay because you're going to. What I found is that for the couple of shops you come across and for getting upgrades and finding your favorite guns and customizing them just so, it encourages you to preserve your good bullets unless you really need them because you're in a massive jam early in the game. And then I remember that there's a point where I'm like, well, we are literally on our way to making the final push in uncharted territory that no one in the Metro thinks exists. I can probably load my gun with a 500 military grade rounds. Pop-out stream worked for a minute. Damn. Yeah, they actually put more. Oh, that is amazing. I fucking adore it when a game has memorials for like real people or players. Like there are so many instances where there's like a random side quest that's like, this didn't really, the reward was half decent, but the story was so good that I'm really glad I did this. Or like some random memorialization of a person, or just something that has that like memory or shout out to a fan or someone who inspired the work and passed away. Because I remember one for Dying Light. I played that game a ton. I absolutely loved it. Oh. And after John Romero died, that they had a memorial for him. Oh, it seems audio. Oh, interesting. The audio only via mobile works. Cloud Ace was right about that. Yeah, sorry about the no video, and hopefully that I might be calling it in like 20 minutes or so. Oh, you're good, Mecha. It takes a minute to type things like that out. Ooh, Old Sun. Too. Like, after John Romero died, they put a memorial outside, like, one of the starting areas, or, like, the starting main safe house that you go to again and again over the course of the stories, that was just a mural of him, and, like, it's just a mural and a ton of, like, candles, flowers. Like, it was a full-on... Ooh, Clarence. Yes, that's what I wanted, because I already have the... Ah! Away! God, ghosts. Did I get that? Yes. Fallout 2877 makes it whenever you're outdoors you take radiation unless you're wearing a gas. Oh, that's really cool. Also changes your filter as a degree. Yes, my favorite thing about Metro is that it does have that. It gets flattened a bit late game because you're able to you're able to find a ton of filters and like easily get 15 or easily or consistently get 15 minutes use out of all of them, and I've never really felt rushed for it. God, can't see these guys. Weird. But it's also such a good little detail of, yes, there is this thing that the world outside has been irrevocably fucked with. So much easier to see them when they have the health bar. No! Yeah, there I go. I usually go in and out for loot there. You get one after doing all three, and it has the in memory of play. Yes, using stream video, seeing if it mucks. Okay, weird. Night Springs is fun, but Jesse's episode, if you haven't played Control, must be confusing because they explain nothing about her in the FBC. And I remember like going into Control because Control's like and back when I was streaming Control before it just. Control is probably the one game that I have had interest die so fast in it that I'm like, yeah, I just like am having trouble wanting to play this game. It's starting to feel like a chore, so I just kind of quietly cut it from the schedule because, yeah, I just feel like, at least for me, my streams are a little bit more fun to watch if I'm enthused with the game, and after a certain point, there's not really much sense when I haven't had much luck fighting against my hyper focus. I either have it or I don't. But that one, I didn't expect it to be a sequel to, or like a stealth spin-off that still matters a whole lot in terms of sequel to Alan Wake. Because I know that FBC agents show up in the second one, and there's also a couple reference. I know in one place, it might be in the DLC, but you can find like a manuscript page from Alan Wake that's narrated in Alan Wake style. As well as a couple of things like you find a dossier of like the an SCP entry for the coffee thermoses that you collect all over the place in Alan Wake, which I think is just absolutely hilarious. Like, yeah, no, these things are weird, and I'm sorry, where the hell am I? This is not where I wanted to be. Rose episode's fun. It's just so goofy since she's running through her own shotgun. She seems totally bubbly during combat shots, singing hot tamales. Oops, gotta feed my gun. Her guns, including a fully automatic shotguns as accessories. Two memories in game that come to mind for me are the ones from Lance Reddick and Tower Death. Yes, the Commanders of Valor Memorial, another COD Zombies mech, tagged during Toten, where you can find George Romero's glass. Yes, the George Romero, or the Georgia John, I forget which. There's multiple Romeros. Huh. This is the place I was thinking of. I didn't realize this is how you got to it. Wild and a little unsettling. We're going to rest here and go back in because I still haven't found my 1,600 souls, and that's a goddamn level up. And I will have one natural attunement slot so I can get rid of a ring. Huh. Okay, I kind of see the shape of it, but not really, and I thought it was going somewhere completely different. Okay, that's where I thought it was. When you interact with Nikolai, comment something along the lines like, without him, this whole thing would never have been possible. Yeah. God. Because I remember, like, when he died, that was around the time that all of the memorials started popping up in zombie games. Because, yeah, it's completely correct. Night of the Living Dead, was so instrumental, and also his entire Living Dead trilogy was so instrumental into making zombies a thing in the minds of modern media. Like, he's the one who coined the spelling, because zombie as like I suppose folklore or mythological there it is, creature exists. They originally came from like Haitian cultures, and I don't know enough that. Oh, I cursed bar jar, nice. Don't know quite enough about it, but it was. I do know that it was spelled Zombi, like no e at the end, and it was a lot different. Like, it was more under like extreme hypnosis or something. I don't know a ton about it, or don't remember a ton about it, but I remember that it was much different from, like, it's all modern interpretations that have the viral plague something animating the zombies, and instead of just being like magic or voodoo or whatever is a better description of it. And, like, he's the one who brought it full circle into the whole, well, it's like a contagion thing. And even then, like, the first Night of the Living Dead had zombies be much smarter, using tools, able to, like, kind of plan, and there's like no emphasis on, oh, big boy. Like, wasn't an emphasis on if you got bit by one, you turned into a zombie. Like, they were a lot more intelligent and less, or intelligent, more explicitly, more explicitly animated corpses. And it is interesting. Third episode is a weird one because he plays Tim Breaker. Yeah, Tim Breaker's actor. You're actually, I remember that one. That there's a celebrity cameo in like the Call of Duty Zombies one, that games that where you're playing as well-known horror actors, and John Romero was a boss zombie for that. Black and Like, you're playing Sean Ashmore's jumping across multiverse down to black and white world in a hotel. Its pathways only lead to the lobby at a different point in time. Graphic novel cutscene that actually is like that as a world in an arcade game world, text and adventure. Oh, right. That's, I thought I was still on John Romero stuff. That's, Alan Wake's, right? Because I remember from the description of the hotel, the pathways only lead to lobby in different points of time. That sounds like the Ocean Break motel and casino from Control. Is it just like a hidden curse pot, or does the game hate me specifically? Weird. Alan Wake 2, right? DLC makes sense. I think it's just, yes, the game hates me specifically and loves putting curse pots here. Oh no, there it is. I wish these things would stay broken. Funk. Okay. Ooh, chunk. I think I need a couple more, but that might be two. And oh, hey, my dude. God, things are hitting hard. Yeah, hotel lobby, the ocean view, or like a version of it. I really hope that this is like the giant rat in 1 and you don't respawn in. Holy! Good time DLC is calling back to I remember that show. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes on random old reruns, and that show was wild. Yeah. Yep. Throat. All right. I know I say this every time, but this time for sure. Yeah, because I remember that I definitely fell into this too. That it's really easy to write Alan Wake off as being kind of pretentious, like a pretentious sort of thing of pretentious game where the devs really wanted to make a TV show more than a game. But it does do a lot of interesting things with, like, once you get past first impressions, it does a lot of interesting things with, like, media, meta nonsense, and, like, literary tropes, as well as, like, fun little things like, ooh, survived that one, somehow, don't know how. We are backing off. It's also a game. Oh. Oh, I'm thinking of Quantum Leap. God damn it. Wrong media property. There's too many things with quantum in it. Ah! I'm being too greedy there. But its attacks also hit twice, it seems. There's a little bit of like getting hit twice there, but it's also a powerful attack. Only other movie that comes close to Romero's movies in terms of pop culture, zombies, World War Z. Really introduced a whole one-track mind style zombies that will run after you full sprint so much that they'll dogpile, climb buildings, run off built bridges. Just, yeah, those are really mindless zombies. But I thought World War Z was like a book, then like a book, and then recently a movie. I know it was also like a horde shooter style game that came out recently. It's a really interesting idea. I think if I remember right, in like one version of it, it's a very, or like, I don't remember if it's, yeah, we had to make some concessions because modern military technology, most zombies, as are popularly depicted, would not stand a chance. Or like, that's just, I'm cursed. I'll say goodbye to any health I enjoyed having. Fortunately, that's a lot softer than it was in like Dark Souls 1, where it's just straight up, hey, you're dying and you're keeping half of your health. Ah, dang it. Another round of ads. Alright. We'll go for like a bit after this and then write it out.
Every available development of science and engineering has been utilized to get the story to the reader in the shortest possible time. And now, the latest miracle of news gathering, sending pictures by wire.
Mark. Some crazy stunt man is going to try taking off in an airplane from the top of an automobile this afternoon out in the valley. Sounds like a story. Hold it, Jack. Take off from an automobile on a dirt road. Can he make it? Well, be a good picture either way.
Alright, I think we're back. Yeah, I think we'll try to get to, like, next bonfire or beat up this fucking frog. And then call stream there. Learning! Call stream there because I do believe that it's probably my internet. Because, like, I was just trying to clear some Discord notifications, and it was chugging. Man. Exploiting that pattern made it a whole lot easier. Petrified Dragon Bone. And, oh god, that was worth it. Alright. Don't you curse me. Let's see. And like, kind of sounds pretentious, and you see some of the stupid shit in them, especially 2. Rose DLC is just full of, like, the bad boy suddenly having a wolf form and declaring he's also actually a werewolf. And my motorbike's also a werewolf. Amazing. Bricky's video on Alan Wake Control, Alan Wake 2 are amazing. Alan Wake 2 video is called Sam Lake, You Hack Affectionate. Yeah. I like that description for what they're doing. There's just enough of, like, yes, this is kind of a hack thing, but also it's fun. I think I ranted about this last time, that a lot of people have to, like, a lot of media and stuff would be better if they embrace the fact that things can just be stupid as hell and fun. Because, like, the new Doom game that's coming out, every time they release a Doom game, well, this is the pits. Like, that wasn't a joke. This is actually just a series of pits. It is quite literally pits, plural. So, anyone else here deranged, sobbing? Discord actually lag a bit on servers on my end. Still, okay, that's less concerning, but still interesting. I am still looking at, like, everything in my setup and thinking, huh. Oh, gross. Is this all corrosive acid pits? Why do they even have corrosive acid pits? Why are you up there, wheelchair man? Explain yourself. Doom guy using the contraption. So I am with I on this one. I do not know what the hell the contraption meme is, and I'm a little bit put out that the fact that people are going for the contraption over the, in my opinion, much funnier joke of, hey, new headcanon dropped. Because it's a gun that shoots bone shards. It is literally a headcanon. Although, there's been it's just been a shitstorm of perfect timing that, let me see if I can find this specific comic panel, because it's so perfect. Yes, this specific, I saw this and the first thing I thought of was this specific panel of just that's enough, Pyro. You're launching bone shards everywhere. Some of us are naked here. That is on site what I saw, what I thought of when I saw the gun. And also, TF2 has like a series of webcomics that are dumb as hell, and I highly recommend. It's almost as dumb as the Doom comic. Contraption is a thing from SpongeBob coming out of nowhere. Yes, Chris following seatbelt rules. So out of nowhere is insanity, so it's trap. Yeah, I know where it's from. I don't get the obsession and the sudden remembrance, especially because it's so the headcanon joke is so perfectly there. and I insist on taking unrepentant joy at calling it a headcanon. I think. Oh. I didn't check this chest. Ooh, magic bolt. Not a spell, just literally a crossbow ammo that happens to be magic. But I know, I also love it when games have like, oh, what's your excuse for a gun with easily replenishable ammunition? Enemy body parts. Like Red Dead Zombies had, oh damn it. Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare had a blunderbuss that you just loaded with zombie parts, like ribs, fingers, limbs. It's so dumb. Grinder of the Skull, yeah, Grinder of the Skull reminds people, and the idea of Doomslayer killing people is something SpongeBob's funny. That's fair. I'm going to use the hell out of it. Here's my only hope for the Skull Cannon. It has no natural ammo pickup, but whenever there's like breakable skull decorations or whenever you glory kill an enemy, that specifically is when you get more ammo from it, because he's just taking the skulls off of enemies and putting in the gun. And oh yeah, we can totally raid Ham. Ugh. You know, I was looking through people and like, alright, there's special events. Oh shoot, I got wombo comboed. I think I'm gonna grab that item, retrieve my souls, level up. Yeah, bash an enemy with it and put their head over their head to reload. And speaking of games needing to embrace, or being beautiful in a game embraces being dumb as hell, that I have it's definitely a conspiracy theory and I've got nothing to back it up. But my conspiracy theory is like the reason AAA gaming is going so wrong and why it's being like such a pain to, oh wait, why so many games are just like derivative and similar is because studios are bleeding money trying to make new AAA games. Ooh, tricolor sync torches. And because it is known that the budgets are increasing and dev time and everything are getting longer, so each game is costing more to make. And since it's really kind of impossible to keep up, like despite literally every business ever thinking that that infinite growth is a thing, it is definitively not a thing. Like, at some point, oh, you jerk! There's going to be a point where growth, yeah, but what if the number go up forever, though? Number go up, make stakeholders happy. And that's the only thing that they care about. But the problem is that it used to be a time, like, speaking of Valve and using them as examples, you had your mainline game, Half-Life 2, and then you had your spin-offs. Like, Team Fortress 2 started as a mod of like a mod of Half-Life 1 multiplayer or Counter-Strike, whatever, and was so loved that it got turned into an official game, which does actually run on the Source engine, despite what the graphics look like. It's really quite a good example of how, well, if you stylized your game... Well, there goes all those souls. Noted. I will not be using the engraved gauntlets right now simply because of that. I'll be sticking to the cestises. I think those are... noted. But, like... Then Portal 2, the only reason Portal games are in the Half-Life, same universe as Half-Life, is they use so many assets, it was just easier to justify it than making new assets. And then there was just so many instances, like LA Noire 2. It was made by Rockstar Games and plays a lot similar to Grand Theft Auto and the like. Those all exist partially because they did the code base to make their big title, and then use that to spin off and do similar things with other, or with to make other games, other IPs, and other stories with the similar hardware. And I think that a big reason AAA gaming is going down the tubes is because studios are putting so much crunch on big, flashy projects. They'll have, like, opening weekends, the likes of Marvel movies, that they just don't put the time... I'm dead. Damn it. I got too greedy there. But they just don't let the devs have the freedom in order to make other, like, spin-off games with similar hardware. Like, they just don't let them crank out dumb little fun games. I like to call it the Call of Duty effect. Game series get to a level of popularity where they keep putting out a similar game and fans beg for something different. Then they release something way different and fans complain it's too different. Yeah, that too. That's definitely a thing of fan reaction being way too similar. Or similar to that pattern of, we want something different. No, we want more of the same. Like, pick a lane. It's like how every single Legend of Zelda game, when it comes out, fans pan it for being too different. And, like, they panned Wind Waker for being too different. Then they pan Twilight Princess for being too similar to Ocarina of Time and say, well, you should have done something like Wind Waker. That was new and fresh. But no, I think it really just goes to a central problem of the more corporate... I keep on bumping the button. The more corporate and big a game or any studio gets, the more risk averse it gets. So you don't get things like, you won't get something like Portal, which was a spin-off of people having some ideas, and it was so small they were surprised when it became a cult classic, because they just threw it in the orange box for something to put in. And you don't really have that ability to experiment and get that surprise without the full effect. But yeah, anyway, we did what we said I was going to do, and completely failed at actually getting anything useful off of it, and also my controller's about to die. So I think because there's been, like, some tech issues, that I'm going to call it there, because I don't like the idea of some people having to suffer through very glitchy and in and out streaming. So let's rate out. And also, this is going to help me do some programming work that I want to get done as soon as possible, but probably shouldn't. It's going to be a lot. There's a lot of things that came up. I was going to give you some time to do some things that's been bugging me for a while. Yeah, I know it's been people on, like, the EU side, which there's a couple of people, but I'll be live later this week to finish up Half-Life 1, and honestly, I might just rage quit, because the next level I have to deal with is Zen, and I fucking hate it. So I say something, Yeah, and that too. Like whenever you try something, it always comes up. But yeah, thank y'all for coming. Thanks for chatting. I'll see you next Thursday, and hope you had a lovely time and a good evening. Raying out to Zarutaro, and he's a great guy. Give him some love. Hang around. Say hi. Bye.